We now call to order the Madison County Board of Education meeting for March the 11th. It is now 6 p.m. and we will begin. Ms. Burford, do you care to read the mission?
Sure. Madison County Schools, in partnership with the community, strives to equip educators and students with the skills to lead by example, develop and speak with a unique voice, and explore their academic curiosity to make a positive impact on our community and our world.
Thank you, Ms. Burford. Next, we go to our showcase. Mr. Neely?
All right, our first student showcase. We have Kingston here with us this evening. Tonight's showcase features the kindergarten students from Kingston Elementary. Kindergartners are going to share with us about a unit they are working on called Who Let the Dogs Out, which is a good song. I like that one. In the unit, students are getting hands-on experiences with multiple guest presenters, bringing dogs into the building. The unit provides several real-world opportunities to see dogs in different roles. The students will be creating 3D dogs as well as their homes in STEAM class. The unit will conclude with students getting to adopt their very own dog.
Looks like some interesting dogs there.
It just keeps getting better as they come in the door.
Okay, I'm not going to use the microphone. I have a big teacher voice. So we are so excited to be here representing kindergarten and this little puppy unit that we've done for the last 2 weeks. Our kids have been learning all the things about pets, how to take care of them, what they need. We have had real live dogs at school, and if you don't have a dog at home, I'm really sorry because they've probably been begging for one. We've had puppies, we've had shelter dogs, we've had guests, and they're going to tell you all about it.
We saw Buddy the police dog. He is a therapy dog at the Berea Police Department.
We met Oliver from Four Paws Unleashed. They groomed him and brushed his teeth. Did you know his toothpaste tastes like bacon? We learned about vet care. We got to see a real x-ray. Can you see some puppies on the orchard?
Awesome.
Ultrasound. The Madison County Animal Shelter bought Kudos. He is available for adoption. Our FRC director, Miss Daniels, read us a book and we sang bingo. I love that song. Who let the dog out? We had a fluffy white dog too, long wiener dogs, and some itty bitty teeny tiny puppies.
We saw a big dog and a horn dog. Arf, arf.
We shared all pets from home. You can see my dog Bentley and me. You can also see my dog Izzy. We got Izzy from the shelter. We made projects in STEAM class. We made dog houses. This is my dog house. We also created dog portions using different materials to show the texture of their fur. We made 3D dogs and dogs' collages. Here is the dog I made. Here is my dog. It is a poodle. We read lots of books about dogs. Bella and Rosie are my favorite characters. We played math games too. We used dog bones to add. We adopted pups in kindergarten. First, we picked a puppy to love. Then we named our puppies on an adoption certificate. Next, we made our puppies a collar. Our puppies got a house and a book to read at home.
We just want to give a huge shout out, first of all, to these kindergartners. How awesome are they? They work so hard. And then also we had a few sponsors. Berea College was so generous, and they gave us a grant to provide us with, the kids got to adopt small puppies. They let us get collars and books and all sorts of things. So huge shout out to them. Also Mike's Kids, because a lot of the books came from that grant as well. For Paws Unleashed, they visited our school. The Berea Police Department, the Madison County Animal Shelter, and W&W Veterinary Clinic. So we are so thankful to have all of them visit our school. It was an amazing little unit, and they worked so hard, so we're super proud of them.
Awesome job. Thank you all. Good job, boys and girls. Parents from Kingston, thank you all for coming. I did a site visit with Mr. Mounts just the other day. A lot of people have been Kingston Trojans for a long time. There are a lot of good things going on at Kingston Elementary, and this is just part of it. So proud to be a Kingston Trojan, that's for sure. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you all. You guys are
I was
such
hoping to hear
good
something from that big
readers.
dog, but she got out of here, didn't she?
Such good readers.
We need a picture of her.
With you guys.
You're not getting away with that?
You're a good sport.
I was gonna say that would be hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Tammy, can we all get up there?
They were really good readers.
Oh my gosh.
Really
Or
good.
have them stand right there. Have them stand right there. Let's squeeze in. Y'all want to squeeze in?
I'll have to stand up.
Here, squeeze that.
In here?
Yeah, get in. Can you be seen? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they did so good.
To be able to read
That was awesome.
That was this is the best part of the
I love that.
meetings.
And then the
every
room
morning.
clearing.
Oh, it's the
I like their accent, especially a couple of
kids just smile. Yeah.
I can't.
Look how they can read.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good kindergarten, that's good.
Reading,
Yeah, they did
yeah.
a really good job.
Reading,
Really good readers.
My vet's calling me. Now.
Okay.
I keep reaching for my phone for a mouse.
Ready?
Here, they gave me a mouse, and I don't use
Next, we'll move on into our recognition, and Mr. Neely?
All right. We'll continue with our recognition. Tonight, we'd like to congratulate the winner of BA Children's Champion Art Contest. This year's winner is Danielle Martin, a fourth grade student at Daniel Boone Elementary. Her incredible artwork will be displayed throughout the county on billboards, spreading the Be a Champion's message for all to see. In recognition of her achievement, the Madison County Fiscal Court declared March the 5th, 2025 as Daniel Martin Day. She has also received a $100 check from the Kiwanis Club of Richmond. Let's give a big congratulations to Danielle. We have our Family Resource Director, Amy Carmichael. We're going to come up and say a few words.
Well, Danielle was part of Children's Champion Month contest that we've done for many years with all the FRCs in the district. And Danielle's great artwork will be in Berea and Richmond for the whole month of March on billboards. So when you see that, you'll see the great artwork that was done by Danielle.
Yeah.
If you're at the light in front of Kroger's and McDonald's, and we all are a lot, you'll see it. I've witnessed it a couple times pop up. So
Yeah.
Danielle, it's already out there, so you should be really proud.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Good job. Congratulations.
That's so exciting. It's very different than the ones that are colorful. I know what I'm saying.
Okay, I think you have another one.
We got another one, and Daniel Boone's hot tonight. We would like to also recognize one of our star staff members, Daniel Boone Elementary Library Media Specialist, Donna Morris, was recently selected as one of the 2025 KET All-Stars. This recognition honors educators who exemplify excellence in teaching and the impact those educators make in their classrooms on a regular basis. Over the next couple of years, Donna will have the opportunity to share a wide variety of educational content and resources in her school and with her colleagues across the district. Congratulations, Donna, on being named the 2025 KET All-Star.
I feel like we see her up here a lot.
Yep.
It's because she's a
Yeah.
star.
She's a star. That's right. It's awesome. We love your vending
Congratulations.
machine.
Oh,
It is
it's
awesome.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about that? You don't mind? Just a little bit.
Nothing like putting you on the spot.
So off the cuff, and of course, Mr. Neely had written up something and used my maiden name because like we go way, way back.
That's right.
But, so Daniel Boone now has a book vending machine that was part of the Steel Reese grant that I received back in the fall. And so the vending machine is wrapped in Daniel Boone colors, and the kids are anticipating earning tokens to get free books to start their own libraries at their house. So, and we just, Miss, oh gosh, name just left me.
Happens to me every day.
Yeah,
That's the age we were
Just
talking
say
about a minute ago.
yeah, that's the age. Miss Carter had some books here at the
Yes.
board office
Yep.
at DLT, and she was like, I know where those need to go because nobody's claimed them yet.
That's
So we are thankful for another donation of books that'll be filling our vending machine, and the kids are really excited. And some little kid, as he walked by while we were having our opening, he goes, "Oh, man, I thought there were going to be chips in that." But then he was like, "Ooh, there's Diary of a Wimpy Kid." So
There you
they're
go.
really excited about that. So
Thank you.
thank
Donna.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's cute.
No, that's all the exciting stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Wilson, do we have any comments from, okay, or anything? Next on our consent agenda, these are items that the board sees on a regular basis and we're very familiar with. These items to be approved on the consent agenda are the the minutes of the February 13th, 2025 meeting, claims, superintendent's personnel actions, leaves of absence, technology surplus, the following out-of-state trips: the Madison Southern High School senior trip to Mason, Ohio on April 25th, 2025, the B. Michael Cottle Middle School 7th and 8th grade band trip to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee on May 13th through 14th, 2025, the B. Michael Cottle Middle School 6th grade band trip to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee on May 9th, 2025, the Madison Central High School track and field trip to Virginia Beach, Virginia on March 21st through the 23rd, 2025, the Madison Southern High School baseball trip to Cincinnati, Ohio on April the 11th through the 13th, 2025, the Madison Southern High School baseball trip to Knoxville, Tennessee on April 4th through 5th, 2025, the Madison Southern High School softball trip to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee on April 4th and 7th, 25, the Ignite Academy DECA trip to Orlando, Florida on April the 25th through May the 1st of 25, the Ignite Academy South DECA trip to Orlando, Florida on April 25th through May 1st, 2025, and also 2 shortened school day applications. Are there any questions? Everybody get a chance to look those over? Okay, then I need a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
A motion by Ms. Burford. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Brock. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have our monthly reports. Coming up first is our instruction report by James Ray, our Chief Academic Officer.
How are you all doing?
Good.
How are you? Doing good. I'd left some of this up there for you all to kind of look through earlier. While at KSBA, some of those sessions, they talked about profile of a learner, profile of a graduate, and that's something that KD had started kind of pushing out those concepts years ago. We'd adopted a profile of a graduate in Madison County, but I thought it would be a good time to come back and just have a refresher of where we've been and kind of where we may be going with that into the future. Fall of 2019 at Clark Moore's, a strategic planning meeting was held. 112 members of the community came to that meeting, and it was a chance to give their input. And when we look at that, develop a profile of a graduate, you have that end kind of hanging out there with the graduate part. But really, from a learning perspective, we want to look through that K through 12 lens. What does it take for them to get to that point? And you can see here some of these things up with our profile of a graduate. If I look through that lens, I think through the lens of a student that. I think if you take that statement and you apply it to these things, you're kind of getting on that whole thought process of what that should look like for an engaged learner. So the student that explores career pathways, respectful interaction, communication to all, community service, shows empathy and respect, work toward common goals, flexible, helpful, and it keeps going on and on. So that's what came out from that night's meeting. Everybody agreed on that would be a part of that profile of a graduate. Now, to build off that, Travis Markham with the Pritchard Committee, he'd reached out because we have accountability system that's out there that's being proposed currently. And in conversations, he wanted to know kind of my thoughts on that. He also wanted to know where we're at with the profile of a graduate. And so it was a good opportunity to come and meet. And one of the questions that he posed to me is, how do you know that you are making progress towards what your goals are with the profile of a graduate? And I think that was a very good question. And it made me kind of reflect because the last time we were here, we had our Ignite Academies present. And they talked about the certifications, the dual credit opportunities, the things that are going on, our connections with our community, Mr. Clark going out there and getting things donated, the things that we're doing within communities as far as factories, getting people opportunities, co-op or chances that are really going to be important now, but also important going forward for us. But one of the things that he shared, and they'd actually just released this the day before that, was their data set on districts. So every district in the state of Kentucky had one of these released. And as I came to the bottom, it really stuck out to me. Graduation rate, state is 92% average, we're at 94. Post-secondary readiness, state's 81, we're at 92. College going rate, we're at states at 53 and districts at 55. And then college degree attainment, 38 for the state, 45 for Madison County.
Nice.
That makes me feel good about the work that we've been doing and that we're going to continue to do. And to me, that's a measure that we could look at to say that we are making a difference when you look at all those things kind of bundled together. Now, going forward and kind of looking through that lens, I know Mr. Neely has talked about next fall, 2025, getting together a site-based council and you all to kind of talk about as a school level, where they're at as a school community, things that they may need. And then we go to fall of '26 after getting some of the input, coming back and having another stakeholder meeting, bring people from our community together based off some information from those site-based meetings that you all have, and just getting together and re-looking at this profile of a graduate. There's things that need to change. Is it still on track for what we in our community need and what we need to do going forward to support our students? So just want to bring that. It's been here, again, 2020 is when that was released, and just kind of the plans for what that looks like maybe going forward.
Good deal. Yeah, that's
Any
nice.
questions?
This is
Are we,
great.
what are our plans to do with this? Like, where are we handing it out? Are we putting it on social media?
So I think that the profile part that was released there, we could. We've had these brochures for a little bit. That's something we could obviously re-release if that's something that you all want to do. Because I think sometimes, you know, you go through that COVID time period, some things kind of get pushed back. It'd be a good chance to bring some of this back out to people, get it back out there for them to see. So that's
Right.
something we can definitely, you know, have that conversation and building up towards that fall of '26, where we're going to want people to come out. We're going to want more than 112 members of our community to come out and have some voice
Right.
and input as we try and set goals and direction for the district going forward.
Well, these numbers here are so important,
Yeah.
and it's impressive. And
Yeah,
it's
we
very
want to
impressive.
show people how proud we are.
Yeah, and it was a great meeting with Mr. Markham. He's lives here in Madison County and has kids in our district. So that was a great meeting too, to be able to get some information from him on that.
I think it's fascinating when you look at this groundswell profile. From third grade proficiency in reading and math, and eighth grade proficiency, then the graduation, we exceed all the state numbers. Where we're lower is preschool enrollment and kindergarten readiness. How do we address, and I'm getting completely off subject. I think we have to look at how do we address kindergarten readiness? Because we don't have them within our system yet. So how do we address that if those are the areas that we're lagging in?
So it actually had an interview that I'd done part of it, and then Ms. Starla Brown, our preschool director, had done the other part of the interview, and that's something that she talked to Mr. Neely about as well. Some ways that we can start working on that.
Perfect.
And some things that we can kind of start doing as far as that goes.
In,
Excellent.
in this profile, though, is that kindergarten readiness, is that reflective of just our preschool kids, or is it reflective of all of our kids that come into kindergarten?
All of our kids that come into kindergarten.
Okay, so there's a lot in that we can't control.
Yes, and so if you see a lower rate, then that would make sense on that side. So again, the question is, what can we do? Is there things that we can offer and do along the way, do that? And some of the testing that, she talked about doesn't necessarily match along the way. So, what I do like to see is that once we do have them, we're making progress along the way. And I think that's just a testament to the work K through 12 again. I try and look through that, bigger picture approach, what we're doing. And that's just our teachers, our kids buying in, families and everybody else along the way. And the foundation, our preschool teachers are doing as well. They do a fantastic job. I try and go over the preschool screenings when they have them. It's about once a month. Sometimes they'll skip months, but it's neat to go in and see those kids come in and get ready and get some access and opportunity.
Well, it's amazing that, the early primary grades must be, we know they're doing an excellent job, because when they hit those third grade, they're already, and you look at the kindergartners that were here tonight
Reading.
and how they were reading.
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
mind-boggling to me at the pace that kids are learning now.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking with Starla just last week about the preschool enrollment, it's as high as it's been in the last couple of years currently. Now, we would love to have them 4 days a week, that's something we need to look at as far as money, finances into doing that, because right now it's, I talked to a preschool teacher the other day at church, and it's just kind of one of those things where just have them a couple days a week, and with the snow and with the weather, she was like, really, we're just starting over,
Yeah.
and it's difficult for them, preschool, a lot of times it's the first time they've even been introduced to anything.
Yeah.
And so you
Right,
just
well, how
gotta
many
keep introducing.
preschoolers aren't doing anything?
Absolutely.
What
They're
kind
still
of
at home.
what kind of percentage do we have that we actually get in our preschool because of all the other places, the churches and all that have our preschool kids? Do you
Is-
have any kind of idea?
I don't.
Is our preschool department, isn't it need-based?
Yes, yes.
Not
Yes, yes,
necessarily open
it
to
is.
everybody?
Right.
Isn't that
It-
something they're
it
looking
can be.
at?
Test into it.
Isn't
Can
that
be.
something that the state's looking at or
Yes.
something?
I think one thing Mr. Neely just hit on there, but on this groundswell profile, says over 85% of brain development occurs before age 5, and the return on investment for early childhood is $5 for every dollar invested. So the sooner we can get them in here younger, the more advanced they're gonna be and the more they're gonna learn as they get older.
Yeah.
Well, we talk about that kindergarten is really the intervention, if you think about a lot of ways, because the student may have had somebody working with them at home, and they come in a little bit more on level prepared, and then as they get more exposure, they fall a little bit more behind. Student that has had no exposure at home, come in, they accelerate, and they, pass that student that has had support at home. So kindergarten is just one of those, for us, ways that, we kind of work through to help support, see what we need to do, but it is the intervention in a lot of ways.
And that was a big thing when we went to full-day kindergarten.
Yep.
It used to be half day, and I was administrator at that time of elementary school, and by the time those kids got off the bus and put their stuff up, lined up, and got something to drink, it was time to turn around and go home.
Right.
I mean, it was a very small window that they were actually learning. So that has, expanded, and we see that we're reaping the benefits from that. So what do you think our ROI, or return on investment, will be if we can get preschoolers in all day? I think it will be incredible. And we'll get them used to going to school as well, instead of just showing up and going, oh, Lord.
And one thing this tells me is once we get them, we are doing one heck of a job with them.
Absolutely.
We can't really control what's happening beforehand at this point,
That's
but
right.
once we get them, we are on fire.
We're doing good. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or kindergarten, first and second grade are knocking
Yeah.
out of the park.
Our teachers and staff are just knocking it out of the park.
Do a fantastic job.
Yep.
Yeah.
This definitely needs to be shared.
Yes, we will absolutely put that on the website. The data's good, it's easy, it's easily to read, its stats are right there.
It's
You know,
black and white.
Facts are
There it is.
facts, numbers are numbers, so absolutely, put that on there.
Very good.
Thank you, Ms. Pruitt.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on into our construction report, Jonathan Smith with Branscombe Construction will be presenting an update on our new Madison Middle School project and the new Waco Elementary School project.
Good evening. I want to give you all an update of what's going on at Madison Middle, and we got actually work going on at Waco, you'll see here just in a minute. This is Madison Middle first. You can see this is that main lobby area. I know some of y'all been by there in the last few days, but it's pretty impressive in there, and getting a lot of that area, starting to see kind of what the finish is gonna look like in those areas. This is looking down that main corridor. They're starting to get some color on the walls going down that main corridor. Actually, the terrazzo material that goes in these corridors is gonna deliver next week, and they're gonna probably start terrazzo in these main areas, in next week. This is in the office area looking, I'm standing on my back as you enter the office, but you can see there's color going on the walls in that office area, getting paint on there. Be ready to start dropping ceilings in those areas just in a few days. This is looking down that corridor. You can see again down that corridor, the office areas left and right. Got finished paint going on the wall. We'll be getting ceilings in, be ready to start putting floors in that office area. This is the gymnasium. I showed y'all last time they were getting that ductwork and stuff painted, but now everything around the stage is painted. I'll show you here in a minute. You can see kind of the black structure there, and this picture is actually taken Monday, but the ball goals are actually hung today, so they've knocked those out in the last day. A lot of those are up. We've got, you can see the scoreboards on the wall. You can see there, I was telling you about the structure, but the actual backboards and goals have been hung now. So that's being done. Pretty much all the painting in the gymnasium is done. We should be ready to start gym floor in about 3 to 4 weeks. All the rest of the HVAC units should be coming online next week for the remainder of the building. So probably about 60 to 70% of the building is on right now, with the rest of it should be on by next week. So they're coming along really good on those. This is down in the cafeteria. You can see again color going on the walls. A lot of those areas we're getting finished paint on. Be ready to start dropping ceilings in those areas too, getting a lot of that overhead work done so we can be ready to drop those ceilings. This is inside the kitchen, the serving area. They're getting those areas painted. There's actually one section of the hood has been put in. They'll put the other section in this week, but those areas are coming along real nice too. And the quarry tile for the kitchen stuff is here. It's on site. Just as soon as they get some of this stuff done overhead, we'll be ready to start laying floor in that kitchen area, but that material is here. This is looking down the corridor. Ceiling and lights are, most of the corridors, the lights are on now. I think the last time you just saw the grid wasn't even up, but now the grid's in. got lights installed, we got lights on in pretty much all the corridors now in the building. This is one of the classrooms. This is actually, they've got floor prep done. Actually, in one of the classroom wings, they actually had some floor laid last week. When we looked at it, it wasn't to our standards, and we wasn't even gonna ask you all if y'all thought it was okay. Chris made them tear it out, and they're gonna put it back down. So they're already getting the new floor in and should be installing that towards the end of this week. But they had some of those laid, we had them take it out, and they're gonna redo it. So that's underway right now. You can see some of that flooring that was there, but that's another one of the main corridors there in one of the classroom wings. We've got paint on the walls, and you can see ceilings and lights in those areas. This is down at the athletic side. Pretty much all the brick is done now in the athletic building. It's got a few of the areas of the siding to fill in, but all the brick pretty much down there is complete. Weather's cooperating a little bit more, so they're being able to do some work down at the athletic fields. You can see we got some of those grade work is being done on those fields now as weather allows, getting those in. This is another one of the fields. You can see they're starting to get a lot of it cleaned up and get the grade work done on the athletic fields. This is the front. We're finishing that. Like I said, this picture was taken yesterday, but that roof, you see the red, that's the underlayment. That whole section's already roofed now, and they're working on that lower section and getting the canopies now. You can see a lot of the site concrete's being completed out front. The sidewalks and the walks are going in. Allen Company's back on site doing grade work. They mobilized back in this week, so the weather's cooperating. They're getting a lot of their site work done. This is down the side of the gymnasium. You see that canopy is being hung. You can see the entrance down there into the gym. This is the loading dock. We're starting to get all of that area graded out, be ready to start filling it in. So there's concrete that pours there. They'll start on the next tier of concrete in the next couple of weeks. But you can see the rock there. They're going to get that graded in. This is overall shot. This was actually this morning at Madison Middle. You see, looking down the school, you can just see the size of it, all the athletic fields in behind that. See all that site concrete in the front being done. This is looking straight on at the building from above. You can see that front parking lot. A lot of that sidewalk, as I said, is being completed. You can see the sidewalk actually going around the left side of the building toward the C wing over there. That site concrete's being completed. This is down at the athletic fields. You can see looking back, you can see where some of those are being graded out. Site's drying up. This wind's doing us a lot of favors getting it dried up. We're a little bit of sunshine. It's amazing how quick the site's drying up. I talked to Chris today, and he said just in the last couple of days how much the site's really dried up with all the wind we've had. So they're, like I said, they're back on it, and we're going to knock out these fields now. And this is straight on looking at the front of the building. You can see there's a lot of people there today working, but that's the main front of Madison Middle. Any questions on Madison Middle?
Looks great.
Looks awesome.
It was amazing.
Yeah, we went by yesterday.
Yeah, there were so many people. They were working in every wing, outside, all around. It's impressive. Y'all are doing a
They're
great job.
keeping a lot of people working over there.
And
Waco?
they were working.
Yes.
They were working.
This was earlier in the week. Allen Company was mobilizing. They're getting their equipment in on site. They've got the area in front of our trailer rock, kind of the entrance pad there to the site. As you can see, that was our office trailer got pulled in. They got it set up, so we have it ready. We're going to have a progress meeting next Wednesday, and we'll have that progress meeting on site. Allen Company just started Monday, and this is what they've got done today, 2 days worth. So a lot of the topsoil's been stripped. Still a little bit wet, but they're able to work with it. You can see the dark areas of where soil's a little bit wet. But again, when I was there this morning, we actually had a pre-site meeting this afternoon out there with Tony and the contractors, and it's amazing how much it dried up from this morning to this afternoon with, like I said, with all the wind we're having. So they're getting a lot of work done. All that area's being stripped. You can see the dark spot. That's where they're stockpiling their topsoil. They're getting it all over there. Last little bit of brush is being burnt, going to be rid of. So we hope to start footers in the next 30 days. If the weather will cooperate, they should have a building pad in 30 days, and we should be complete. So we're rolling out at Waco now and getting it underway, so. Any questions on Waco?
It's exciting.
Awesome.
Okay, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Tony Thomas of Klopfelter Semicar Architects will present our construction report.
Yes, good evening. I'll start with the Phillips Building, and there was a request last time to maybe look at some before and after, so this is a shot from Georgia Street.
And that's not made up.
We can't put any more sugar on that, but that's just a metal building, but, so there's after from that. And this is just another view from that general direction. That area's not finished, but that's before and that's after. So still some work to go there, but you can see just,
So much better.
oh yeah, what it was like. And some of these are just general shots of overall areas. I believe this one is you can see, yeah, there was the before looking in that direction, and there's the after looking in that direction. So, and that's the office areas and the shop to the left. And that's just one of the after. Oh, well, that's, if you're looking in that general direction right there, both of these are kind of in that, you would be inside the building almost right there. So it's amazing the transformation. I think this was one of the pictures that generated the request for before and after. So you can, a wonderful courtyard, the before and afters. And this is some work, actually, that they've even done some more work now. This was just from a couple of days ago, but they're filling in the brick, and of course that will all be painted and more metal panel to put across the top there. This is the front part of the building, the latest area that's towards 2nd Street, where the shops will go, and just another picture of that. They're putting fencing in, and now, again, I just came from there. A lot of that fencing has the chain link on it now. If you all toured the sites, you probably saw that. In fact, there's a wood guardrail there now in front of it that keeps people from, yeah, it's a good looking. We don't like the steel guardrails. We like those park-type guardrails. And keeps, people would, park and try to drive down there if we didn't put that there. So just another shot of the concessions area. I talked to, and Murch is here, by the way. He and I just toured the site this afternoon. And talked about a lot of things and the things that are, ready to finish, but we're just now getting that good sunny weather where they can do some of that exterior work and caulking and cleanup and grading and seeding, things of that nature. A lot of that should happen over the next few weeks. And that is it. For any questions on the Phillips Building? It's getting
was
close.
amazing. I was so impressed by the planning and the thought that had gone into it as far as the organizational structure, the big shelves for the HVAC, and it's just so well done.
Oh, well, good.
It
Good.
look-
And
it's
well,
awesome.
and some of that, Madison County deserves
Yeah,
some of that
it's-
credit for sure.
It should be in the running for beautification award.
Yeah, the chamber may want to.
Yeah, the chamber better come on out and take a look.
Go back, one.
Sure,
Tony,
sure.
Yeah, so.
Concessions.
What people, you really have to go back to see it, where the machine, the equipment is back there to the right. If you go left of it, there's a parking lot of probably 100 spaces back there that's perfect for the soccer that you don't know unless you drive back through there.
Right, right.
It looks
And it's
fantastic.
just big enough for a practice band too, in
Yes.
case you have a band because we did the band lot, of course. But it's just big enough for somebody else to practice band on it as well.
You just don't see it. You have
Or
to go
kick a
back there
soccer
to see
ball.
it. It's perfect.
Well, I'll remember to get a picture of that
Yeah.
next time and bring it out. And in fact, they're going to pave, I think in a couple of weeks, right? No, I'm sorry, you said the beginning of April. Where's March? First week of April. There you go. Okay, so that's about a month away. But they'll pave all that, and we'll have some good pictures then.
Looks nice.
It looks like, when you're there on the grounds, it looks like a college campus.
It does.
It's
It does.
it's beautiful.
Well,
It's so
good.
well done.
Good. Well, thank you.
It looks so
Thank you.
good that Mr. Cash decided to come back.
Well, I've been trying to get him back for a long time.
You mentioned the wooden fence there that's
Yeah.
kind of, is that, was that temporary or?
No, that's a
That will
permanent
stay.
guardrail to keep, because otherwise they would, people,
wasn't sure if you
well,
meant
one,
while
it's,
they were
it's,
putting up
it's a little bit of a hill, and.
It looks
And
good.
then people, yeah.
They
yeah,
would
it's a
have
pretty
parked
cool-
there, though. You're right.
Yeah, the canopy where the bus loading will occur. And just a shot of the detail of the front of the building. Those are both the offices. The three windows on the left are the principal's office. And I always like this shot of where the gymnasium is and the canopy. And then the interior, he had a good shot, actually a better shot of that interior lobby space right there, right when you walk in the doors. But everything's.
We loved the natural light in the gymnasium.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So
It
pretty.
makes a difference. And of course, we obscured the glass, so it's not, and the only, east, it'd only be early in the morning anyway, but it's obscured. And I believe that's all the pictures. Waco, of course, my first trip, as Jonathan mentioned, was down there today, at least post-construction, once they started. And a lot of good progress there already with the trailer and the gravel, and you saw all the pictures, so the sunshine helps, keeps things going, so. So it's off to a good start, too.
Sunshine and wind.
Yeah.
Any
thank
questions for him? Very good, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
Next, we'll move into our monthly financial reports with Mark Woods, our CFO, will present.
Good evening.
How are you?
All right, how about you?
Good.
We'll get started with our bank reconciliation. As of February 28th, the district ended with a reconciled balance of $144,926,950.34. That's down from this time last year. You've seen all the construction going on, so we are spending out. We did receive our bond sale money during the month for Waco, so that's why it's not down even more than that. Of the reconciled balance, district has $36,242,612.29 in investments. Those rates on those range from 4.15 to 4.5. I need to change it. It's actually down to 4. The last one I just sold, or just got on a T-bill. Just kind of watching that for cash flow, bringing some of the money back in for cash flow. That's why it's down from where it was last month. So we're just monitoring that, monitoring rates, keeping an eye on where we're at, what our cash flow needs are, trying to keep as much invested at a time till we need the money to bring it back in. In addition, you received the balance sheet and the revenue and expense report. I've been through those. We seem to be tracking where we should be at this time. Our tax collections seem to be kind of on point for where they normally are this time of year. So everything seems to be tracking well. We're heading for that final push for the last few months of school, getting ready for next year. So you will see some of the expenditures kind of ramp up. That's usually our two big times. Beginning of school, towards the end of school, to get ready for the new year.
Sounds so premature for you to say end of school. It feels like it just started, but it is, it's wrapping up.
It is. We've already started having our meetings for next school year, so
Yeah,
I'm already thinking about next school year and where we got to go with that.
right. Okay, any questions for Mark? If not, then we need to move on to approve our monthly financial report as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Cobb, second by Mr. Rutherford. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Okay. Here's a good one.
You ready?
Maybe I should take a
Get your
drink
drink.
first. Yeah.
Take a drink.
Moving on to 8B is to approve the 16 change orders for Phillips Building renovation. The motion is to approve the following change orders for the Phillips Building renovation project. Change order 01-01, the Allen Company, Inc., in the amount of $3,859.05. Change order number 0201, or 02-01, Joston Construction Incorporated, in the credit amount of $130,960. Change order number 3-01, The Rock LLC, in the amount of $584. Change order number 04-01, Dixie Roofing Incorporated, in the amount of $8,353.09. Change order number 05-01 to W.R. Cole and Associates Incorporated in the credit amount of $600. Change order number 06-01-01 to CIM Incorporated in the credit amount of $9,860. Change order 06-01 to HD Construction LLC in the amount of $12,647. Change order 09-02 to Ideal Painting LLC in the credit amount of $30,573.67. Change order number 12-02 for O Hill Site Solutions in the amount of $50,000. Change order number 12-01 to O Hill Site Solutions in the amount of $46,860.19. Change order 12-01 for Twin Lakes Fire Service LLC in the amount of $902.13. Change order 14-01 to Central Kentucky Sheet Metal Incorporated in the amount of $11,467.50. Change order number 15-01 to AE Electrical Solutions in the amount of $13,618. Change order number 16-01 to Knight Electric Incorporated in the credit amount of $46,860.19. Change order number 17-01 to Trace Creek Construction Incorporated in the amount of $77,997.18. And change order number 18-01 to Toad Vine Enterprise Incorporated in the credit amount of $4,240 for total changes of $3,194.28 as presented. So the motion is all of that as presented.
moved.
And I know all of us, we have a motion by Ms. Rutherford, but all of us have had a detailed description of all of these and what they're about and everything, and have had the opportunity to ask the questions. So with Mr. Rutherford making the motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Brock. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Make a 10-minute break here, so.
All that for
For
$3,000.
$3,000.
$3,000, that's right. I know everybody's waiting for that total one.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. 8C is to approve the BG4 Madison Central High School HVAC renovation. So we have a motion to approve the BG4 Madison Central High School HVAC renovation. This is the former Kentucky Tech Vocational Center. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Brock. Do we have a second?
I'll
Second.
second.
Second by Mr. Rutherford. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 8D, approve the BG4 Phillips Building renovation and site improvement. This would be for the Phillips Building renovation and site improvement. Just repeat. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Cobb. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Burford. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 8E, approve the BG4 for the Madison Kindergarten Academy HVAC renovation project. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Brock. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Rutherford. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. If you oppose, you better oppose quick, 'cause I'm going on with it. 8F, approve the BG1 Berea CTC Ignite South Technology Center. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Rutherford. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Who said that? Ms. Cobb. Second by Ms. Cobb. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 8G, approve the BG5 Madison County CTC Richmond Career Tech Center Richmond Ignite North. Do we have a motion?
So move.
Motion by Ms. Burford. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second from Ms. Brock. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 8H, approve the BG5 for the Madison Kindergarten Academy HVAC replacement.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Rutherford. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Burford. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 8I, approve the BG5 Madison Southern High School baseball bleachers project. These are all closeouts, by the way.
These are all just projects we've done in the past, and we just
Yeah.
have to do all
We
this
just have to get
paperwork
the
on them.
closing going. Okay, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Brock, second by Mr. Rutherford. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 8J, approve the amendment to classified salary schedule. Now, this is something we had a chance to look at. We got that. Does anybody have anything? Did you need to add anything? No? So I entertain a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Brock. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Rutherford. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. 8K, approve amended district facilities plan and name a hearing officer. This is where our local planning committee has met a couple times, and they've got feedback from the state, and now they've approved it to come to us to be approved. So we have a motion to approve the amended district facilities plan and name Dr. Dustin Brumbaugh as our hearing officer.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Rutherford.
I'll
Do we-
second.
Second by Ms. Burford. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And I don't guess anybody needs to say anything about that. Okay. 8L, approve the revised school calendar. I don't think there's much changes, but do you want to share with them what the changes are?
We can, Chris, you can elaborate, Mr. Clark, if you want to.
There we go. I missed that part.
How are y'all?
Good, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
Good. I just like to get straight to business. We had 2 weather days, December 5th, January 17th. We moved the students' last day from May the 22nd to May the 23rd. And then we had 171 days in the calendar, so that's where the other day went to get us down to 170. Switched March 21st from a flex PD to a staff PD. And then the closing day moves to May 27th, May 28th, and 29th. Our 2 PDs shift over one day, and then the March 21st PD flex that we switch to a PD, May 30th becomes the flex.
So basically, students are gonna be out on May 21st, I'm sorry, March
Third.
21st,
Yes, correct.
and then we've moved the last day to May 23rd.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, any other questions? With that being done, I would entertain a motion to approve the revised calendar as presented.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Cobb. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Burford. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 8M, set our graduation dates. I almost pulled that out of him, but I thought, oh, there it is, down there by itself. Okay, Mr. Neely, do you want to speak on this?
Yes, we will, and with the weather days that we had 10 NTI days and the 2 snow days. May 23rd is looking pretty darn good, so I appreciate everybody being flexible for that. But our calendar will end on the 23rd, and that's when Madison Southern will graduate first. And they'll be that night, the 23rd, on Friday night at 7 p.m., and that will be at EKU. And then the next day is Saturday, May 24th. Madison Central will graduate, and that will be at 10 a.m. Saturday morning. They will graduate at EKU as well. So everybody's been waiting for those 2 dates, especially those senior parents to get ready to send their kids off. And we all celebrate that weekend because it's a great momentum occasion for all of us and for the families. And we appreciate Eastern being back open. As soon as we finish on the 24th, they will close back down because they have another year's worth of work. So the following year may be in flux, depends on how their construction goes. But those are the 2 pending graduation dates we have.
Perfect. I know the Project Grad moms have been
Yes.
wanting to know what
They've
this is.
couple
Yeah.
been
Yeah. They've been after us.
Yes.
Okay, so the motion is to set the graduation dates of Friday, May 23rd, 2025 at 7 p.m. as the graduation date for Madison Southern High School, and Saturday, May 24th, 2025 at 10 a.m. as the graduation date for Madison Central High School. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Brock. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second from Ms. Burford. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Very good. 8N is to approve the Paxton Patterson PO 50963 for Foley Middle School in the amount of $110,674. Now, we've had a chance to see this. Mr. Neely has shared some information about this. It's a great program. It
Yes.
feels like it, so.
You know, it's-
Elaborate a little bit.
I am so excited about this. This is just such a wonderful opportunity for our kids.
Yes.
And, you know, Mr. Ray was talking about, you know, exploring career pathways and things of that nature. And what we're hoping to do in the middle schools is just going to expand on that. And I mean, there is, I'm just super excited about this. I
Mr.
think
Clark,
this is gonna
is
be
this the thing that me, you, and Dr. Gillum sat in with the lady over at Ignite North? The little cubicles, the boxes for?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we,
just,
I
it's
sat in on
such a,
the.
anyway, you go ahead and tell them what.
We'll talk about it a little bit. So we had,
It's great.
yeah, we've been talking about this for a bit, and we had an opportunity for all of our middle schools to apply for it on why they should receive it. And of course, we're doing Foley now. Next will be Michael Cottle. But those two schools applied for it, and through telling us what they were going to do with it, it is really for all of our middle schools and these two schools that we'll start with, to give them an idea of what is offered at both of our Ignites. Exploratory modules with welding, electricity, there's a ton of things that we can pick from. And it just allows kids to see what they want to do. And there's more to it than English and math and social studies and science. And we think that will just create incredible amount of excitement with our Ignite North and Ignite South, with these kids already getting interested in different types of things that they had probably never heard about or never been around. It's just an introduction. It will fit right into a related arts rotation. We're looking to hopefully have a teacher and an aide, because the classes will be bigger than a typical classroom as far as the number of students. But they will have individual modules that they will work on for 10 days, I think, is each module. And the schools are going to kick in some money. The district is going to, we've had some CTE money that's been earmarked for the last couple of years with Ignite. And what we're hoping is that we're going to get these kids excited, and we're going to bring in families to show off what we're presenting to them and what we're offering to 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. I've been in this district 53 years, and nothing like this has been around. I couldn't weld. It doesn't matter if I learned for, who knows, I can't do it, never be able to do it. But heck, wouldn't it have been great to just been introduced to that,
Yeah.
to do it? And, you know, we've got a phenomenal welding program at Ignite North, and we've got people co-oping, making good money at 16, 17, 18 years old. And that's what we're supposed to be about. If you don't want to go to college, here are many different routes that you could go to. And I just think this exploratory program is just the tip of the iceberg of what we want to do moving forward for our entire district. It's
It is
fantastic.
just, it's such a great opportunity to introduce these kids to what's available. I mean, I'll speak for myself. When I was in middle school, the only jobs I knew were whatever my grandparents did, my aunts and uncles, and my parents did. That's all I knew about what jobs were available. So this is just a great opportunity to introduce these kids to all kinds of different things. And it's, you know, we can even expand on what we offer. You can even go beyond what our Ignites are offering, just to introduce these kids to different, I mean, the list of what types of modules are available is unreal. I mean, I saw cosmetology, I saw health, I mean, all kinds of stuff. And this is hands-on. I'm just thrilled. I think it's,
Yeah.
and it just, I love it. I think it's
You know,
great.
they take those tours, but this is.
Oh, yeah, this is, yeah.
Unreal
Those
to
tours are
get the
30
taste
minutes,
of it,
and
yeah.
it's just kind of, well, it's a nice building,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah, it's forgotten
This is
by the time they
legit.
get back to
One of the
school.
things,
Right.
The
Yeah.
tours will be longer now.
one of the things that
Yes.
stuck with me when we did the demonstration from the lady that did this was that she's the example of nursing. You know, we had nursing at north and south. You know, a middle school person maybe say, I want to be a nurse. Well, then when they get ready to draw blood or something, they're like, nope, I'm out. So with this program, they've got that box in there and they've got that prosthetic arm that they can draw blood. They'll know at 8th grade, this isn't for me, or this is for me. And that's the thing about it, it just gives them a little introduction course.
I think it's great.
And then that helps them with what they want to apply for at Ignite. That way, they're not going into Ignite North and they've wasted a whole semester
Yeah,
right.
to find out that they don't like drawing blood.
yeah. I've seen that happening right now. Students going and spending this whole semester in this and they're not liking it.
Right.
But they
And
should
you
be
know
in
that-
something else.
And something else we talked about too, you know, middle school's tough. Middle school's probably the
So-
worst we all go through.
Yeah,
You know, this is an opportunity for these kids to find something they like, give them a reason to want to go to class, get more familiar with their peers and be involved.
be
And,
involved.
you know, there's more to it than just,
Yeah.
Be interested in school.
yeah,
Yeah.
working. There's just a lot of really good aspects to
And I
it.
really believe it's going to help our Ignite teachers because these kids are already going to have an idea of what they're doing. They're already going to be interested and they're going to be ready to go when they get to Ignite North
Yeah.
or South.
Right.
I think it's a great idea. I'm all for it.
Okay, so I'm entertaining the motion.
So move.
Motion from Mr. Rutherford.
I'll
Do we
second.
have a second?
I'll second.
He is
Second from Ms.
excited about
Cobb.
this.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving right on into approving the Paxton Patterson purchase for B. Michael Cottle Middle School in the amount of $111,608.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Brock. Do we have a second?
I'll second this one.
Second by Ms. Burford. All in favor say aye.
Aye. Looking
Opposed?
forward to
Motion
all of
carried.
our middle schools.
Yeah, and hopefully our other middle
Yes.
schools will hop on board here too.
That's the end goal, is for all 5 of our middle schools to have this program in there. And I think it'll be a good piece this time next year for Cottle and Foley to come and do a little
Do a
presentation.
presentation,
Yes.
yeah.
I think it's going to change the complete learning environment of our middle schools.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, moving on. 8P, declare the bus surplus. So we have entertaining a motion to declare the bus surpluses. Do we need Chuck to speak or anything?
How many
I
buses
see we got
getting rid of,
11
Chuck?
going out, and we just bought 10 going in, so
What's it looking
There's
like?
11.
there's 11 going out, right?
If you've been by Clark Moore's and you see that, we're gonna get rid of that.
These are CSEP buses.
I'll just stop.
Yeah.
We still have them at 2 schools.
Yep.
They're still in Waco and Kingston, yes.
Yes. Okay, so the motion would be to declare the buses surplus as presented.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Burford, second by Mr. Rutherford. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Got two, Rutherford, Burford.
Forge.
It's
Okay.
hard, I know.
8Q, create and ratify a 1.0 LBD MSD homebound teacher.
This is for the start of next year, 25, 26.
Okay. Do we have a motion? Any questions?
This be district-wide or?
Mhm.
Okay.
Again, I entertain a
So moved.
motion. Motion by Mr. Rutherford,
I'll second.
second by Ms. Brock. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. 8R is to create and ratify a 1.0 LBD teacher at Glenn Marshall.
So moved.
Motion by Ms.
I'll
Cobb.
second.
Do we have a second by Ms. Burford? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Oh, we got through that 5 pages. Okay. Next is our superintendent's report. Here
All
you
right.
go with your third one.
You know, as we talked about, the exciting stuff that we talked about just a couple minutes ago, why we're here. And that's just something that Mr. Clark and, again, Mr. Rutherford had looked into it already, and we're just putting that in motion. Just makes me feel great for the students and what they can look forward to when they get into middle school, and hopefully we'll do that district-wide. But just a couple weeks ago, we all got to go to KSBA conference, and that was a fantastic learning opportunity for all of us to get together, talk about upcoming projects that we can do and may not do for the district as we move forward. But it was a great time that we got together and just grow as a team, and I appreciate that. Standard 2 for instructional leadership. I have, the last week and a half, have been to 10 schools for my site visits. It's really hectic. Tammy keeps me on my toes on making sure that I'm there on time and leave on time, because I tend to get talking and I run late places.
No.
But
Does she
yeah, I'm
text
sorry.
you?
Yeah.
Does she text you and say,
She-
get moving?
No, she just calls and said, go on when you're late. So she helps me out big time. But it is a busy time, but that's my favorite part. Just like what we saw here earlier, Kingston kindergartners. You see that all over our district, and it's great to see kids that are smiling. They've got into a rhythm now that hopefully the weather has broke. It's been fantastic to see our teachers and kids and enjoying each other and just doing what they're supposed to be doing school. And everybody's busy. Everybody is working incredibly hard, you know, because spring is here. That means testing's right around the corner. I hate to say that word, but Mr. Ray, make sure that reminds me of KSA testing is right around the corner, and we only have 48 days left now that we've set graduation. It's 48 school days left. That is not many.
We had ACTs today.
Today,
So-
that's right. So it is it's been you hate to say it, but it is wrapping up. You know, we'll be talking about stuff for next school year here in about a month, but great things are going on. Our teachers feel the pressure of testing, and the kids, you know, have a little anxiety about it, but they are rocking and rolling, doing the best they can. And I've just, it's been great to see the schools that I've been to just in the last week and a half, just enjoying the whole process of doing what they're supposed to be doing. So that's been great. And that is my superintendent's report.
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Any comments from the board?
I think I've said enough.
Okay, then I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Rutherford, second by Ms. Cobb. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Awesome.
Just stay here by yourself. Motion carries.
Good work, y'all. That was a lot. Good job. Good job.